各位观众，大家好，我是国阳老师。So this is going to be lunchtime session number 3. Even though it's close to dinner time, but I might just call it the lunchtime session. Okay. So what you see right here is I have upgraded and I've got an easel here. So and then I'm going to use this and write some chords down, and then we're going to try and work on those chord changes together. Okay. So based on 2A and 2B. Okay, of the lunchtime session, we have learned a total of 4 chords, correct? So we've got E minor, we've got the C chord, okay, and then we've got the G chord and also the D chord, correct or not? So for lunchtime session 2A, we did E minor, 4 downstrokes, keep it simple, and then using the middle finger as a pivot, we're going to flip over to your C chord, correct or not? Okay, and then for session 2B, we talked about G chord going over to your D chord while maintaining the ring finger, right? Okay, so that's the common note from your G over to your D chord. Well, if you're using the 4-fingered G. Alright, so we kind of have this 2, 3, 4 going to D chord. Okay, and what we have done is we also discussed about switching from C to G. Alright, so this one it's going to be a bit tough, so I'm going to practice a couple of rounds with you folks. Okay, so G chord switching over to your C chord switching over to your G chord. So we have this C, 2, 3, 4 and switch. Okay, so remember when you do this switch from C going to G, now what happens is this. Imagine your index finger and your middle finger is moving towards you, and then the ring finger and the little finger is moving towards the floor. Okay, so check this out, towards you and then the floor. You see, that's the motion. Of course, talk is cheap, easy to explain, but when you try and do it, it takes a bit of practice to get this motion down. Okay, but be patient. Once you practice enough, it becomes second nature. Alright, so this is what we have. Okay, C to G. Practice with me, only 4 downstrokes for each chord. Okay, so ready? 1, 2, folks, let's go. And C, 2, 3, 4, and G. Now switch back to C. C, 2, 3, and change to G. And back to C, 2, 3, 4, and G. 2, 3, 4, and C. 2, 3, and back to G. 2, 3, 4, C. 2, 3, 4, and G. 2, 3, last round. And C, 2, 3, 4, and G, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so do take note that when you switch, you want all your fingers to be in contact with the strings at the same time. Okay, and for my right hand, I'm just using the edge of my index finger, the nail portion, for the downstroke. So that's the main contact point. Okay, so it's not the skin part right here, neither is it going to be right here. Okay, it's going to be the edge of the index finger. Okay, so once we can play from C to G, then we want to try and make sure that we are able to link up all 4 chords. E minor, C, G, and then going to your D chord. Okay, so stretch your fingers, be ready. Okay, and we're going to try and do it in this manner. Okay, 4 downstrokes for each chord: E minor, C, G, and D. Okay, so let me just write down the chords for you, because now I've got easel. Alright, so I've got E minor. Okay, mark C, then G, and D. Okay, and it's going to be 4 downstrokes for each of those chords. Okay, so ready? We give it a shot. Okay, 1, 2, folks, let's go. And E minor, 2, 3, and change to C, 2, 3, and jump to a G, 2, 3, and jump back to E minor and change to a C, 2, 3, 4, and G, 2, 3, 4, change to D, look back to E minor, 2, 3, 4, and C, and G, change to last round and E minor, 2, 3, 4, and C, 2, 3, 4, and G, 2, 3, 4, and D. Alright, so those are the 4 chords that you want to try and make sure that you get them right under your fingertips. Okay, and then once you're able to do that, we're going to start switching the chords at different places and then try and play them with 4 downstrokes as well. Okay, so for example, well, we could try and play in this manner first. So I'm supposed to play E minor, C, G, and D. I'm going to change it. I'm going to play G, D, E minor, and C. Alright, so let's keep it 4 downstrokes for each chord as well. So the same pivot finger applies. Say for example, when you're playing from a G chord to your D chord, the ring finger stays. Right? And then by the same token, when you switch from an E minor chord going to your C chord, the middle finger stays. Correct? So this is what we have. I'm going to play it once for you. Check this out. G. And change to D. Then from D, you're going to get to E minor. And change to a C. Okay? So this is going to be a very common chord progression for a lot of songs. Okay? So practice this line well and you practice that with me now. Okay? Let's give it a shot. So prepare G chord. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, folks. Let's go. And G, 2, 3, 4, and D, 2, 3, and change to E minor. Change to C, 2, 3, back to G, 2, 3, 4, and D, 2, 3, and change to E minor. Change to a C, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. Okay, so what you want to try and do is once you have gotten the chords, you're able to switch them with all your fingers in contact with these strings, right? What you want to do is to try and permutate the chords. Okay, write them up in different orders. Okay, so for example, you could try from C going to maybe a G, and then maybe an E minor going to a D. Stuff like that. Okay, and let's see if I can do one more. Okay, let's see. We could do G, so G, going to an E minor, and then we have a C going to a D. Right? So we've got a new chord progression. We could play C, G, E minor, and D. Okay, and then the last example we have is going to be G, E minor, C, and then going to what? Your D chord. So let me just play the entire sequence for you. Okay, so 4 downstrokes for every single one of those chords. Okay, so here goes. Practice with me. 1, 2, the C chord, go, and C, 2, 3, 4, and G. Change to E minor. Last line, and G, 2, 3, 4, and E minor, 2, 3, 4, and C, 2, 3, 4, and D, 2, 3, 4, and on G. Okay, so try and make sure that you're able to jump around the chords, okay, be it whatever order that may appear, okay. So practice hard and master these 4 basic chords first, okay. Thank you folks, take care, bye.